Hello, dear students. Welcome back to Booster Classes. This is Sushma Singh, and today I'm back with the detailed analysis of another symbolic poem from Beehive book of Standard 9 CBSE. The name of this metaphorical poem is Wind, which is composed by Subramania Bharati, who is a pioneer of modern Tamil poetry. Trust me, students, this comprehensive study will surely help you perceive the core of this insightful poem. So, watch the video till the end and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. In this module, I shall give you the all-inclusive of this figurative poem so that you can comprehend with ease its theme, the style and the tone of the poem, line-by-line explanation and the literary elements used in this poem, and of course, the comprehension check at the end. First and foremost, let me give you the overview of this poem. As a matter of fact, the poet has very beautifully expressed his ideas about both the constructive and destructive aspects of the wind on nature as well as on human life. And thus, the wind becomes a paradoxical element in this poem. Further, the fierce wind is seen by the poet as a symbol of adversities that we face in our lives. This poem inspires us to face the challenges thrown at us with grit and firm determination. There are three aspects of wind presented in the poem. First, as a mischievous child. Secondly, as a raging destructive youth. And finally, as a very helpful friend. Considering the tone of this remarkable poem, we can say that this poem starts with a soft tone, but in the very next line, the tone abruptly changes to sharp and accusatory. The poet ends his symbolic poem with an optimistic tone. And in respect of the style, we can say that simplicity, clarity, and preciseness are the hallmarks of all the stanzas of the poem, which is written in free verse because there is no rhyming scheme in the poem. Certainly, this profound poem is liable to yield a very strong message. So let's take a look at the theme. The poet wants us to realize the true nature and power of the wind, which is symbolized here as the obstacle and odds that we face in life. Through this poem, the poet wants to convey an extremely important lesson that in order to survive in this harsh world, one must be fired with determination and strength so that one can counter the thorns life offers one. Hardships and challenges of life, though they look scary, but as a matter of fact, they polish us and bring the best out of us. Only the weak at heart are troubled by difficulties. The poet conveys a strong message that whatever we do or think must stand on the foundation of strength and power so that we can change adversities into opportunities. Now, let's begin with the critical analysis of the lines 1 to 7 of this poem. As a matter of fact, the poet begins his poem by meekly urging the wind to blow gently because here in these lines, the wind is a symbol of destruction. So the poet pleads the wind not to be very strong and loud. Rather, it should be soft and subtle so that the earthly peace and order can be retained. Then the poet says that not only is the wind very violent but also very destructive because it breaks the shutters of the windows and scatters the paper throughout the room. When the wind is very powerful, it is almost like a naughty and mischievous child that takes pleasure in devastating the property mercilessly. All the books that are kept on the shelf fall down, as well as the wind tears the pages of the books. Then the poet, in an accusatory tone, asks the wind to look at the devastation that it has done. Adding more to the destruction, the violent gusts of wind also bring clouds with it from distant lands. Thus, it brings heavy rain that causes flood, which is always very unwelcoming. In these lines too, the poet keeps speaking to the wind. Now his tone has once again undergone a change. While it is still accusatory, it has become sober to some extent. While talking about the devastative power of the wind, the poet tells that the wind, being a powerful force, takes pleasure in making mischief with anyone who is too meek and mild to protest against its actions. He says that everything crumbles in the face of a strong and violent wind, leading to breakage of the doors, the roofs, or entire wooden houses altogether. The overt action of the wind is leaving people homeless, bereft of walls to keep themselves sheltered from the harsh world outside. Everything that is meek, be it materialistic things or people with frail hearts, reacts by falling down and breaking down in the face of adversity. It means that the difficulties that we face in life actually destroys the lives and hope of people. In line 12, the poet here ascribes a divine form to the wind by addressing to the wind as a ruthless god of destruction that winnows and crushes everything that is weak and meek. So here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate the grain from chaff, the wind god separates the emotionally strong people who are ready to face all the hardships of life and the weak hearted people who are always suppressed and really hopeless in their life. Commenting on the actions of wind, the poet says that it is useless to appeal to the wind because it won't listen to our pleas to stop wreaking havoc. Wind is a free spirit which has no concern for anything or anyone. Just like the wind, problems in our lives will not listen to us because they are beyond our control. Therefore, we cannot escape the ill effects of the wind or difficulties by seeking their mercy. Instead, we should be prepared by building our homes on a strong foundation to endure violent winds and become a challenge to this potent wind. Similarly, we need physical strength as well as mental firmness to face the odds in life. We must train our bodies and our minds to combat against and resist the ill effects of the challenges of life. If we are able to do this, then the poet thinks that we will no longer consider the wind or adversity as an enemy or troublesome. Instead, the wind or the obstacles that come in our lives will invite us to become his friend. We will enjoy the friendship of the wind or the difficulties in lives because obstacles actually shape us and we emerge stronger after dealing or fighting with them. So in this way, the strongest of the elements will befriend us. In these concluding lines, the poet is focusing on the characteristics of the wind. The wind has both positive and negative effects. Though the wind can be destructive, some good can come out of it. The wind can blow out a fire if it is glowing with a weak force. However, if the fire is burning strong, then the wind will not blow it out, rather make it fiercer. It has this peculiar feature of nurturing things that are already strong. Now the poet comes to a conclusion after weighing both the bad effects and the good effects of the wind. He says that when weak-hearted people face life's odds, they give up easily and eventually get wiped out. And if we are strong and muster up courage to face the challenges in life and don't budge in front of the biggest of the threats, then these adversities actually help us to become a better and stronger person. Indeed, we will become victorious by increasing our strength and being determined not to get disturbed by any obstacle. It means that life is a test for individuals. So, we should not feel bad that we have so many challenges and adversities in life. We must make ourselves strong like a burning fire so that we can also prosper in the face of challenges and survive with great intensity. Each of us has the power to change adversities into something positive. So the poet asks us to sing our devotion towards the wind as it is a symbol of power and strength and deserves definitely our reverence. To lend deeper meaning to this profound poem, the poet has used various literary elements. In this slide, students, you will get all the poetic devices that have been used in this poem with examples. You can simply note them down and revise for your better understanding. You can see that the poet has effectively used repetition, anaphora in the lines 2, 3, and 4, and as well as in the lines 6, 7, and 8. Symbolism, because wind has been symbolized here. Alliteration has been used in several lines. All the examples are given. Metaphor also, and personification, of course, because wind has been personified here. Just to enhance the beauty of this poem and to emphasize the message that the poet wants to convey. Hope you all have understood this poem now. So here are a few important questions for your comprehension check. I would like you all to solve them so that you can deepen your understanding. Take help from the explanation which I have just given to you. And yes, for more videos, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching.